What's going on, guys? I'm shooting this video directly after the last video I posted. I just thought it'd be a good idea while it's all still fresh in my mind. So as far as what I have planned for the channel before I get into the life stuff and what, man, just 2020 was a fuck of a year. You know what I mean? It just beat our ass just nonstop over here at my house. And I'm sure a lot of people had it worse. So I'm definitely not complaining. I still feel very fortunate. Our family is good. Everybody is in health. So I know there's a lot of people who that is not the case. And, you know, my heart goes out to you guys. I do know a couple people who lost their family members, lost their mothers and things like that due to COVID. It is very real. It's very serious. I don't want to be a bummer, but I realize I wasn't here too because we were going through some stuff. You know what I mean? So anyways, we will get to that personal side after I tell you guys what my plans are going forward with the channel. I don't know. I would ideally like to post one video a week from here on out, but you know, I'm not gonna promise that, but just so that you guys kind of know what my goals are, because I don't want you guys thinking, oh, he's gonna be in making daily videos, and I don't want you to think that my plan is to make one video and say that I'm coming back and then I'm out. That's never been the case, but it just seems like shit happens. It's just the honest truth. All right, we'll get into that later. I will clue you guys in on that. Everything's good now. Nothing to worry about. But as far as knives and gear go, my current plans, and I know I've got a ton of content with just how I wrapped up my last video. I could do knife maintenance on all of these knives and clean the pivots out, just do the maintenance on it and sharpen the knife and just get it in tip-top shape from the very neglected state that all of these knives are. I could even do a sharpening where we take those chips out. And again, my ideal plan would be to do at least some of them live on YouTube so that we can interact as I'm cleaning the pivot and stuff like that. So that would be a bunch of content right there. I also found this in a drawer. I kind of forgot I even own this one. I also have a couple knives, just like, not this exact knife, but ideas in mind for projects that I can easily do right here on my workbench in the studio and show you guys. I was going to cut a finger choil in this. I was going to texture the titanium and then anodize it and do maybe the acid wash and then do the sharpening on it, and maybe make a couple part series on customizing this knife, and then possibly doing a giveaway or something on it. We'll see. You know, I'm not promising anything, but I think that some people would really like a little walkthrough tutorial type series where we customize the ZT. You know, maybe we would cut a bolster, a fake bolster in there, and then do the jigging for the back half of the handle, and then do the anodizing and stuff like that on it. I think that would do very well. It would be fun. This knife obviously needs something. I was trying to get the rear sharpened here, and you can see it just didn't. This would be better with a finger choil. I don't know about better. It's one of the things I liked was how much edge that this knife packed, almost all the way to that pivot. But anyways, that'll be for this video. It'd be a fun mod. It would be very reminiscent of a XM18 at that point. You know what I mean? Should have brought my drop point down to show you, but that would be a fun thing to do. Also, I was looking into Swiss Army knife scales and stuff like that. I found these, and I can get these on Alibaba pretty cheap, and I could do some anodizing on them. You just pop them, You got to have the right millimeter or whatever size Swiss Army knife. I forgot what this is. But these are titanium scales. So I could easily walk you guys through anodizing, maybe heat anodizing, maybe carving them or something like that. Or maybe I could just do a video live while I'm doing the work and stuff, and then do a giveaway or list them on eBay or something later, or sell them later. Just make a couple batches of them. I'm probably not too excited about that idea, but it is an idea. You know, I'm more excited about doing knives and stuff that you guys probably really do care about, doing sharpening videos. I kind of touched on this on my last video, but I got this Lexan, very dirty here. I forget what they're called. Cambro, large Cambro, I don't know. And I bought a bridge. I just bought it today on Amazon. It'll be here next week. It's a knife sharpening bridge, so we can put stones on top of the sink bridge, and there'll be water down here, and we can do sharpening videos from this perspective, or we'll find another perspective that might work better. I don't know. But definitely sharpening and freehand videos. Let me pack some of these knives up so I can show you the stones I have here. And again, I feel a lot happened in my life. In 2020, I was in 2 pretty major auto accidents. One I almost died in. I made a video on that last time. And then shortly after that, I was rear-ended on the highway. I was completely stopped. It was stop and go traffic. And younger kid just didn't. And completely, he totaled, so I totaled 2 Hondas last year, 2020. I didn't, but anyways, we'll get into that a little later. These stones were sent to me by Sharp Pebble, and I never did the video. I think I started to do a video, and I probably have tons of videos that I've started, and then because I hate almost every video I've ever done, I never posted it. I didn't continue with the series or whatever. I have videos that are uploaded to my channel that I never posted because I have a complex that I hate almost, again, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, but I hate almost everything I have ever done artistically. I don't feel too bad. I listened to Joe Rogan's podcast, and he said the same thing. Like, he hates, like, rewatching his podcasts and stuff. Yeah, I did. See, I started using that just to see what it would polish. I was trying to touch up something. I don't even know. Yeah, I did use the 3000 side. But anyways, with that Cambro up here in the water, we can properly soak these stones, and we can set it on that bridge. That bridge, you guys know what a sink bridge is. It clamps here. And then because there's so much weight in that Cambro, I'll be able to sharpen, and we will test some of these stones out, and I will buy more sharpening stones and use what I have, and we will sharpen some knives. We'll do some sharpening experiments, and we'll get more into the maintenance stuff that really matters to a lot of you guys. Again, I'm not sure if these stones are the ones that we would be recommending, but we can definitely try them, and I will give you guys my impressions of them. They sent them to me about a year ago, so I really feel bad. Aluminum oxide stones, I don't know, you know, how good they're going to do on modern steels. It might be fun to see if we could do some S110V on an aluminum oxide stone. I don't know. It might just chomp the stone all up. Oh, look at this one. It comes with a sharpening guide. I also have some kitchen knives. I have some straight razors. Well, one straight razor that needs to get sharpened. You can see I never even opened these. What do we have here? 6,000 and 1,000. And again, I got roasted on my sharpening video where I was testing out the Harbor Freight stone because I did not let that soak in the water, as I should. You can't review a product and then use the product wrong, you know? So we will properly soak these stones before we start the sharpening. And then we will see how many roasting comments we get about how much this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Because believe me, those videos have like probably more negative comments than I do positive. I don't let it bother me too much. Of course, you read it and you're like, oh. I'm the type of person, though, that is so brutally honest with myself, again, that I hate most of the stuff I've ever done, that I take some of that in consideration, and I'm like, you should have soaked the stone. And then I'm thinking, yeah, I should have soaked the stone. Why did I do that? You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm getting offended. Now, some are just rude. Oh, you're dumbass, and you can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to this guy. And it's like, you know, that's just being a little over the top rude, but... Anyways, moving on. So I also, on a whim, because they were super cheap, I ordered, I shouldn't show the shipping label, on AliExpress, AliExpress, however you want to say that. They just popped up in my feed. They may have even been on Instagram or something, but these are like dirt cheap. It was like 10 or 15 bucks. They're supposed to be diamond paste to strop your knives. Look at that diamond. And they were all different microns. 0.5, 2.5. I don't even know. I never even pulled them out of the package. I literally ripped open the bag and left them in there. I was like, oh, yep, they're here. So, anyways, I was thinking what we could do is get some cheap boards. I could even cut my own boards, right? I don't have to have a handle on it or anything. Again, because we're going to put these strops into the sharpening bridge. Not going to use water on them, but, and then we would strop on that. So I could cut my own wood and get leather, and we could make some strops, and then we could test this out. Again, making strops might be a good video. I don't know, it's just gluing some leather on the board. Maybe we could skip the video on that and just get to the testing of the cheap diamond stuff. Because who knows, you know? It might be a stud or it might be a dud, I don't know. I have no idea. Never seen pink diamond solution. It might just be like a mess, but it might be something worth looking into. No idea. I thought that'd be fun. The other thing, making strops, maybe we could try to revitalize some strops. This was a really well-made strop that I destroyed. My good friend gave it to me. It had a nap side. So this was nap side, and then this was the smooth side. And just from all the years of me just beating the crap out of this thing, it needs to get restored. I think I can sand the top of this, polish it, get it back to something like that, like a buff. I don't know. I'm not experienced in leather working. But get somewhat of a usable surface back on it again. And then maybe put some diamond paste on it and let it dry and see what happens. I don't think this side is savable at all. I had seen online somewhere and I just had to try it. Maybe I could peel off this leather and put new leather on there. They said to melt your compound on there because it's like waxy. This is just like rouge, right? But I melted it on there, and then, yeah, that was a mistake. So, don't melt your compound. I should have just left it rubbed on there. You know, there's no give to this. This is just, you might as well take the bar out of the package and just start stropping your knife on the bar for what this is. Just awful. I'm embarrassed, but again, let you guys know I ain't perfect, and I'm always trying new things, new techniques and stuff like that. Or at least I was, you know, 5-6 years ago. I don't know. Maybe we could revitalize this one. Beat the crap out of this one too. Got this on eBay from some guy and wrote the 3.5 for the 3.5 diamond paste I had on there. Maybe I could sand this one down and get it usable again. You definitely wouldn't want to use it like this. A lot of these scratches come from when I was doing, I wanted to make sure I got to the very tip, so I would push down on the tip like that. Not hard, but enough where it would scratch the leather. And then also doing serrated knives. So usually I would use the edge for the serrations, but also sometimes just to strop the tip. And then the back. Do I have a serrated knife? I might have one in my drawer right here. Look at that, I do. It's all bad. And discontinued ZDP Endura. But sometimes you can strop serrated edge knives on the back side like that after you're done sharpening them. Did I ever make a serrated edge? After you're done sharpening them on, and these gotta get clean too, on some like Spyderco rods. I forget what they call these. This is like, I think these are discontinued now too, where you can do each serration, or you can do it anyways. You know what I mean. Could be a video there. I haven't sharpened a serrated edge knife in probably 4 or 5 years. They don't need sharpening often, but when they do, they're really a pain. You can do it, you can touch them up and all that, but to really resharpen it, it's almost better off just to send it to Spyderco. They used to sharpen their own serrations. I don't know if they do anymore. I've heard some nightmare stuff about their warranty stuff now. Again, I've just been out of the game for years and years. And every time I seem to post a video and say that I'm going to come back, something happens in my personal life. Just as like talking about it, just naturally rolling into conversation. Last time I posted the video and said that, you know, with the pandemic and everything, we seem to not been financially hit yet, because I'm in the wine business. Off-premise wine means you buy the wine like in the store at Costco or somewhere else like that, and then you consume the product off-premise, where like restaurants are on-premise. You buy the wine there, you drink the wine on the premise. So off-premise, even though restaurants shut down almost entirely there for a few months, right? Off-premise is what I do. Off-premise was booming. I mean, we were considered essential. We couldn't get the wine fast enough in all these stores, running out of stuff. Business was booming. So I made that video and said that, you know, we were okay for the most part, and financially, fortunately, we hadn't taken the hit yet. And then about a week after that video, my wife got let go of her 18-year, tenured job. She's in the restaurant business as a general manager, but it was a pretty big hit. We had to, she was without a job for a few months, and then it was just some dirty stuff, the way everything went down. I still don't want to call out the company. Not digging up those bones. It's just, you know, again, we're okay, but things did not go as planned. And then I posted a video about my accident where I was pushed off the highway and almost hit a tree head on, and then threw the car sideways and wrapped the car around another tree. You know, at least it was 20 feet down the highway, a little more off the side bank and down before I hit the tree. Anyways, shortly after that video, when I posted the video that I got hit, I think in January, the 1st of 2020. And then by the time I posted that video, I can't remember, it was a few months ago now. Shortly after that video where I told you guys about the accident and how I was mostly fine and everything, I was sitting there on 40. 40 is our highway. I think you can take 40 all the way from North Carolina all the way to California. I believe Highway 40 goes all the way to the West Coast. But stop and go traffic. I was stopped and the kid behind us didn't, and just, luckily I was by myself coming home, and just, I got creamed in the rear, and my back's still not good. It wasn't good, and it's still not good now. It's just been awful. But I'm still alive. You know what I mean? So I feel fortunate. And I was already looking at life on a little bit of a different, I wouldn't say plane. It's like not like the different vibe or anything, because I've usually most of my life I've been in the moment and looked for the good in things. But especially after the first accident, I was like, all this shit could be over tomorrow. I'm going to live and do what I want to do and have fun and, you know, be with my family and just, you know, appreciate every second I get just a little bit more. And you don't have to almost die to do this. Some people are able to just live like that, just live in the moment more. And I guess that's really what it was. It's just living more in the moment. So anyways, after the second accident, you know, you're even more in that mode. So I don't know where I was going with that story, but really just knives and gear were not on my mind. But now we're, you know, 3 or 4 months past that, past my second accident, and I still feel this pull to talk to you guys and to be on YouTube and to talk about knives and do things that I like to do. And maybe if I can give advice. I've had a few DMs and stuff where people say, you know, I was just graduating high school, and in some of your videos where you're sitting in your car and just talking about your experiences and maybe work ethic or whatever, just life, you know, help them get through something or help them maybe think about something a little differently, and maybe, you know, maybe just shaped a little bit of a way. And that is really encouraging. On my side, just being completely 100% open and honest. If you remember, I told you I hate almost every video I've ever posted. And I'm not looking for sympathy, but I feel like you're being preachy, like you're having error, like, oh, I've got it all figured out. You know, just listen to me. I've got it all figured out. When the truth is, I don't. Nobody does. So it's hard for me to go back and watch those older videos, or even have somebody I know watch some of those car talk videos, or maybe even a video like this, just because I feel like I don't have it all figured out. I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do that stuff. But it is, in honesty, again, looking at life through the glasses of almost, you know, not being around. You know, looking at that tree, getting pushed off the highway at 70 miles an hour is pretty freaking scary and will wake you up. And I was already pretty awake before that. But I still feel this pull to make videos like this, to, even if it's just talking to myself, documenting like a video journal. That's vlog, right? Like a video entry into a point in time of how I'm feeling, you know, what's going on in the world. Was I just in an accident, or what knives am I even carrying, or what gear is good that I like right now, or what's going on, you know? So I think we'll do some more of those videos. As much as I don't like the thought of doing them, they are therapeutic for me personally to make. So we will still be doing some of those videos. On top of the knife sharpening, on top of the knife maintenance stuff, I'd like to do the knife maintenance stuff live, so that way I can interact with you guys, you know, as I'm doing something tedious, like cleaning a pivot, you know, maybe adjusting, what was it, my Sebenza not lock bar, the clip, when it's open. It's fine when it's open, there's no... But when you open this and that lock bar kicks down, now listen, that clip needs to just be bent a little bit and tightened up. So I think we could do stuff like that live. I'd rather do that stuff live. I already said make the strops, do some testing, some sharpening stones. I also feel like I could get in touch with some companies and maybe have them send out some stones, or maybe I could buy stones at cost or something like that, and do some different stones and sharpening stuff like that. I still have, I guess you guys don't need to see it. I still have, oh my gosh, I forget what they even call that. It's not big. Oh, I still have the Wicked Edge and the marble base and all the stones and stuff for that we could also use for a guided system. You know, there's just a lot that I can do. There's a lot that I never did on the old channel. And I feel like I could contact companies and see if they want to send anything out. Even if it's like a temporary loan or something like that, to loan the knives out for me to get a look at, impressions, and then send them back to them. So there's just a lot of different avenues that we can do. And I feel the pull inside me to make these videos. So I don't want to make any promises, but my goal would be a video a week, you know? Even anything would be better than just going total ghost mode and just disappearing. But understand that we were going through a lot in the last 2020. And then before that, with the sports and the kids, and it's just always something. But now we've gone through October. We've gone through O&D. In the wine business, you know, usually restaurant business, they call it O&D. October, November, December are usually our 3 busiest months. Now, all months are fairly busy, but we just went through all of our holiday rush and getting crushed and stuff like that. So I just feel like at this point in my life that I could do a video a week for you guys. You know, I'm not going to make a video just to make a video, but if we can do something interesting or something that you guys want, or maybe even line up to have somebody send me some of their interesting knives or something, like I used to do in the past, we could do that and take some knives on loan and then send them back to them. You guys are awesome. I've got some offers on Instagram through the DMs and stuff. Yeah, I definitely send you, like, look at my entire feed. If there's anything you're interested in, you can take them for a month and send them back when you're done. I'm like, wow, that's awesome, you know? Really awesome. So that's what it is. I just really wanted to say hello. I wanted to make the first video just to show you guys, like, for people who are here only for like knives and gear. I mean, they don't want to know about my accidents and stuff like that, but it is what it is. It's 2021. I don't know what the future is going to hold. You know, I just take every day as it comes, and hopefully we'll all get through this thing, you know? Yeah. All right. I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later.